Hey, so I'm going to show you how to take this image and create this one using the photo filter adjustment layer. So I have a link in the description for you to download this image for free if you want to work along. So what's the question? Are you ready? It's Photoshop time, and you know the drill. Smack it, whack it, and crack-a-lack it.
Yes! That's awesome! What?
So if you're working along, once you've opened this image or following along with one of your own images, all you have to do is go up to the adjustment layer panel, and you see the icon that looks like a camera with a filter in front of it? You can also find this exact same adjustment all the way down at the bottom and then just coming up to photo filter. Both will give you the same photo filter adjustment layer. Now it comes pre-populated with the warming filter. You have options. You can go in and choose any of the presets if you want it to have more of a red tint or more of a blue tint. Now, if the tint looks very subtle to you, all you have to do is drag up the density. The luminosity comes pre-checked, and that's typically a better thing, so it doesn't go very flat or muddy. Typically leave that checked. And you can always pull up the density pretty high so you can really see the effects of whatever photo filter you've chosen. And then you can dial down the density to taste. Now, if you want this to be a black and white tinted image, all you have to do is come up and add the black and white adjustment layer or the gradient map. Either one will give you a very quick black and white. I'll click on the gradient map, and then I need to do two things. It didn't come in from black to white because look over at my foreground background swatches. It didn't come in correctly because I didn't reset my foreground to black, which is the default. I can do that by hitting the letter D, but I can also just hit reverse here and it will fix the gradient. Then I just need to click on that gradient layer, drag it below the photo filter. So now I'll turn the photo filter off. So I have a black and white image now, and then here's the photo filter. And if I ever need to edit the color, the intensity of that photo filter, I just need to reselect the icon of the photo filter in that photo filter adjustment layer, allowing me to pull this back. Now, just like you would do in any photograph, what bothers you about it? Ask yourself what bothers you. For me, this part right down here is fairly flat. So what I would do is I would go to the background layer. I'd hit Command or Control J to duplicate it. I would grab the dodge tool for midtones, look at my exposure and do 5 for 50% by tapping the number 5 key. And I would just brighten this part up because I feel like it was a little dark. And I'll make another pass with another click. Okay, that was too hard. Do you see how bright that is? So I have options. I can either come up to Edit and Fade dodge tool, which will minimize what I did to taste. And then I can start all over again with an additional, like I want to bring the brightness up here. Make a bigger brush by holding down the right bracket key. And then thinking about it, wouldn't it be really interesting if the birds were more of a graphic element? So I could come over to the burn tool, choose shadows, 3 for 30%, and just pass over the birds and the water. And then I'll let go of the mouse and then start again. So I'm reapplying 30%. I love where this is going. I'm still going to toggle back over to the dodge tool, left bracket key to make my brush a little smaller. And I'm just randomly clicking now so I can have a bit more control. And I'll type 2 for 20% because I want to just generally lighten this up. Now, if I feel like I'm going too far or I do go too far, which I have, and I think it's important to go too far so that you can figure out where is too far. It's always easier to figure out where the line is once you've crossed it pretty significantly. Think about it. Hindsight is 20/20. So what I would do now is I could either add a layer mask and control this, or I would just, quite honestly, go simple. Just pull the opacity down to blend what I just did with the existing original image. And I think that's a nice compromise. I want to show you how you can also get a fake duotone. And I say fake, it's just another method of getting a duotone. Go to the very top, merge all of these adjustments together by hitting Command Option Shift letter E. That'll push all of those adjustments to the very top that has that warming filter applied, and then go back and reapply another photo adjustment filter. And this time I want to custom pick my own color. So I will click the color and I will choose blue, and you can choose light blue, whichever blue you want. Click OK, and then you can drag the density up. Now notice what it's doing. It's keeping that orange, but it's also overlaying the blue with it. So you essentially get a duotone effect by combining two different color photo filters. So I can't wait to see what you do with this.
Yes!
Hey, what are you still doing here? It's over. Actually, all kidding aside, I hope this video helped. And if it did, consider subscribing. I like subscribers.
That's awesome! What? You just took one in the jugular, man. Whoa. Yes! Oh my God, I did. This is
Hey, you stayed to the end. You know what that means? You're awesome. I'm talking about you. Now get out of here.